Hi everybody, and welcome to True Wants, where here we try to help you make that decision if it's going to change from a want to a need. If you are new to my channel, I really hope you will choose to subscribe. It's free and it's easy. It's the red button that you see right underneath this video. If you press it and it turns gray, you're in. It's that simple. There's also that bell beside that subscribe button that I always recommend that you press. It's called the notification bell. And what ends up happening is YouTube will notify you just once that I have uploaded a brand new video. I do upload a lot, and sometimes my videos are time sensitive, so I don't want you to miss out. So make sure to press that subscribe button, ring that bell, and you'll be in the know. Also in that same area, there is that thumbs up, and that's where you guys come in. If you enjoy the content that I make, and that I make so much of it, please take a second when you arrive to hit that thumbs up. It will turn blue, the number will increase, and that's you helping True Ones get noticed on this huge YouTube platform. So I'm thanking everyone in advance for the support of the subscribe, ringing that bell, and not forgetting to thumbs up. Okay guys, this is always so exciting for me when we get deliveries on a Saturday. And this delivery, I got a couple today, so there might be two videos going up. But this one is one that I am ecstatic about. This is the Ipsy PR that gets sent over to True Wants. And inside this box, we have a mixture of the GlamBag products as well as the GlamBag Plus. They did send an email down that it should come earlier than this in the future, so we'll keep our fingers crossed, because you know I have an account with Ipsy that I pay for 2 boxes as well as 2 GlamBags, 2 Boxycharms and 2 GlamBags, that now when it comes earlier, I'm able, like you guys, to get a little bit more of the spoilers in person, because we do our spoilers here on this channel, but the spoilers in person before choice day. So a lot of us have made our choices, and what I can tell you is a lot of the items that are in here are not in my 2 bags or boxes. So I am ecstatic. I also took the time to learn about the products by putting them on my face. So everything that's on my face is in here, as well as, if you stay to the end of the video, I will share with you a lot of new products that I shared last month with you that I haven't had the opportunity to play with that I did today. So you'll be able to know everything that's on my face. All right, so let's get started. So this month they are calling this Anything is Possible, and this is the April bag. So we're starting with the GlamBag, and the GlamBag still comes with the bag, and this time it was the first time they put it all in this bag, so we would know what was supposed to be in this as opposed to what would be in our new Boxycharm by Ipsy box. All right, but we still get the bag, and this I shared with you all the information and the inspiration about this bag. It is the cutest canvas bag, and on the back here it says, look good, do good. And it is the cutest bag. I love getting these bags. I will definitely miss the other bags because I used to use them as gift bags. So this is what this looks like here. There is no lining on the inside, and it is a true canvas bag. I'm hoping the camera's picking that all up, but it is beyond cute, and the Ipsy name is on the pulley tag here. So that is the first bonus item that is in the GlamBag. Now, if you're not familiar, the GlamBag comes, they tell you, with 5 deluxe sample sizes. But if you've been with Ipsy for a bit like I have, a lot of times we'll be able either to choose one item, and in those choices, sometimes there are full sizes. And even if you don't choose the full size, sometimes a full size will show up in our bags. And I'm pretty sure that one of the items in here is also a full size item. So starting with the first item that they put in my box is one that I was going to put in my add-ons, and I ended up pulling it out because I didn't get the PR package yet, and I was hoping it would come before Second Chances, but it ended up being here anyway, so I could be able to share it with you. Because the previous month I got the one that was the foam toner, and I was really impressed with that. This is the cleanser, and this is from the new line from Benefits that is called the Professional Good Cleanup Pore Purifying Foaming Cleanser. And I took the opportunity to use this so that I could be able to give you a little bit of feedback. This comes out like a little bit of a gel formula. That's what that looks like there. The scent on this is very fresh. And what I liked about it is it did give me a little bit of a foam, which is what I like. And then when I rinsed it all off, my skin was not dry or dehydrated. It really felt really nice. So let me just see if there's anything on the box here that I should share with you the information, because there is no information card. This simply says visibly, oh, this is supposed to help minimize our pores. It says apply to the face and massaging gently. In that circular motion, rinse. You can use it AM and PM, and you could use it after the Professional Gel Unblock Cleansing Oil. So I didn't get the oil, but I did enjoy the cleanser, and this one is one that I'm really, really excited to have the opportunity to try. And I love getting them in these sample sizes, because if we get an opportunity to get this in the full size, I think I will. So that is what the first item, and it came in the box. The next item that was in here was from the brand that's called the Nuco, and this, in the larger box, there's a toner in there, so I used that next, and there was a serum. So this was the next step that I did after those two, which I'll share with you in this video as well. This is from the company, the New Company, and this is their Barrier Culture Moisturizer. It is a pre-pro postbiotic. What I liked about this is I did use this as well, and there was a safety seal on here that I pulled back. And the little bit that I used on this, and you really need very little, I'm familiar with the New Company because they had a serum that I fell in love with that was called the Pill. It had a really medicinal scent to it that wasn't overly pleasant, but it really, really gave me results I felt from that product. But this is what this looks like here. And what's nice about this is it goes on really like, almost like a serum type of lotion, as opposed to a thick moisturizer. But when I put this on, it sunk in, even though I had the toner and the serum that was on, that the serum was stunning, which I'll share with you. And that left my skin beautiful and bright. And this didn't take away from that brightness that the serum was giving me. And it left me with a silky, silky touch. It's really, really beautiful. So really happy that this was in the box. The next item that was in here was the full size item. And this is from Shades by Shan. It is a gel eyeliner. And these are made in Germany. And if you're not familiar, all the high-end brands make their pencils, be it an eye pencil or a lip pencil, in Germany. So when you see it, even if these are prices that are more relatable to us than they are these high-end luxury, if you see made in Germany, you know that you're getting a really fantastic pencil. And this one is the Shades by Shan, and I have been enjoying this brand so much. And this one they're saying is in the shade called Matcha. And I use this just to tightline a little bit on my upper, because there's shadows and things in here and mascara that I didn't want to take away from a thick liner, but I still wanted to try it. And this is what this looks like here. It is almost like a dark green, but it has like a charcoalness to it. It is really, really beautiful. So based on that and some of the colors that I had on the shadow, I ended up pulling out a gray top because I thought that would be perfect. So this, like I said, I'm impressed with this brand called Shades by Shan. And again, made in Germany, really, really fantastic. The other item that was in here was by Farah, and these are these two mini sponges. I've had mini sponges even from really high-end brands like the beauty blenders and things like that. I don't gravitate to these. So I'm going to leave these in the package. It's going to go into my gifts for later, but I definitely want you to see them. I really have been impressed with the Farah brushes, so I'm sure these sponges are just as good, but I find that I never reach for them. So that is what is in here. And the next one is phenomenal. This is the mascara, and this is actually going to be in one of my boxes. They chose this for me in one of my accounts. And this is called the Length Volume Mascara, and it is from Real Her. And it is called I Am Beautiful. And if you're not familiar with this brand, it's a really fantastic story. It's a father who had a daughter, and he wanted to make makeup that had inspirational, things on it that would give her, like, there's so many fantastic ones, but the I Am Beautiful, but it's spelled like with the I. He's just very creative, and it's really empowering. So this one here is the mascara that I'm wearing today, and I am impressed. This is what and I always share with you all the time, the best way to try a new mascara is in these mini versions, because the brush and the formula is exactly the same that's in the full size. So if you get the opportunity to try a mascara in the 350 section, or it comes in a GlamBag, then you know a lot about the mascara. If it's going to give you raccoon eyes, if it's going to flake, if it's going to give you what it says it's supposed to do, which this one really did. And then you will be able to use it as a choice item in the future, or if you see this on sale in our sales. So this is definitely one that is now on my radar and really excited about. I'm happy I'm going to be getting a second one, because that is really, really a treat. As you can see here by the brush, it is a spiky type of brush, but it goes from almost like a Christmas tree, from tall to wider. When I put this on, I was shocked by the amount of length that this gave me. And I'm gonna try to go up close so you guys can see, if you can, the length was just unbelievable. And with the first time that I put it on, it gave me the length right away. And then when I put the second coat on, it gave me even more length. This is not the type that's gonna give you those thick lashes, but they're gonna give you that thick and enough definition that I didn't even feel I had to do another mascara on top, where a lot of times when I use a spiky brush, I feel I have to use a brush that is more like bristles in a mascara wand to help it give it more of that thickness that I would like, the volume. But this definitely, the length blew me away. So really excited about this. And if I end up with any of those issues that I talked about, I will leave it in the comments down below. But if I don't have any issues, you will not hear anything from me on those comments in reference to this, because the other products that I have tried from Real Hero, like a lot of their lip products, have been home runs for me. So this is a brand that I really get excited when it's in our boxes. So that's everything that would be in the GlamBag that they're showing me the samples of the products to be able to share with you guys on the channel. The next one is the first new named Boxycharm by Ipsy box. This gives you those 5 deluxe sample sizes. And if you choose the boost, which I do in mine because I had premium boxes with Boxycharm, so when they transferred over, I automatically got entered into the boost program on my second account. I was already on it on the first account, and that boost is something you sign up for. That is $15. They didn't put a boost in here, but I know because I shared with you when I did my choices, the boost this time around was the JLo Eye. But also I saw when I was in that you can actually untick the one that they chose for you, and you can choose another one just like you choose your other 3 choices. So don't get stuck if the boost gets spoiled and if it's something that you're not interested in, because you can still change in a boost section of a bunch of different products that you can have the opportunity to get as well. You just have to untick it, and then all the other ones will not be faded away, and you'll be able to choose that. So I don't have that to show you here. They didn't put the boost product in the PR, but I will be able to show that to you when I get it in my 2 boxes, because I chose the same boost in both, which was the JLo. All right. This is another one that I chose for myself, and I'm ecstatic to be able to tell you this is an absolute treat. This one is from Fenty Beauty. I have not been disappointed with one product from her line, and her foundation, that is the Pro Matte Filter, is now my #1 foundation. So I'm really excited about getting more and more into her brand, and everything about her packaging to the actual product inside is so perfect. And this one is in that shade that they're calling Lemon Lava. And this one is what it looks like here. And what it says on the box here, it says it is a Gloss Bomb Heat Universal Lip Luminizing Plumper. Now I put this on before I started doing my makeup. And what I can share with you with this, there was no real plumping. Like if you've ever taken like Too Faced, which is the lip injection plumpers, I think scared majority of us out of even wanting to know about a lip plumper after that. This has nothing to do with that. You will get a slight, at least I did, tingling, like nothing, really nothing. But what I did find is 2 things. One, first of all, the applicator is perfect. And the second thing is that when I put this on, it gave a gorgeous color to it that had like a gold reflex to it. And then as I was putting on my makeup, because this is the last thing that I took off before I put my lips on, my lips were definitely larger and they were redder, which meant the circulation, I could have come out here with just this on my lips and you would have thought that I had something else that made my lips look so healthy. It is so beautiful. So excited that I chose this for myself, and really ecstatic that I'm able to share this with you. Also, the FB is on the top here. It's a gorgeous bottle. Everything about this is absolutely fantastic. And it says heat on the side, which I think would scare a lot of people, but I'm telling you, do not be. This is definitely a win. The next one was one that I was gonna choose for myself also in the add-ons. And because I chose so much last month and we have so many sales that are happening this month, I tried my best to just choose a couple of things in the add-ons. And what I ended up choosing was the Ole Henriksen Under Eye in the banana, as well as that cute little mini Pat McGrath lipstick. I chose that for myself in the 350 section. And then I made sure to take everything else out that I put in, because like I said, I really want to see what I can do in those sales. This one intrigued me, but I didn't know enough about it. But now I can tell you about it because I had the opportunity to use this after the Benefit Cleanser. And this is from this brand that would be new to me, and it's called Toe Vegan. And it says it is a red remedy toner. And they're saying it says Color Food Series. So I knew nothing about this brand, and it says that it is a toner. So what I did, let me just see if there's anything on the back here. Here it is. Anything on the back here that I need to share with you guys, because I really didn't read any of the packaging or anything yet. So it says, this is a series that is a nutrient rich. It is a vegan skincare line that's rooted in the organic colors as well as beauty of nature. The Red Remedy Toner is a vegan moisturizing toner. It has hibiscus extract as the main ingredient. It also delivers deep hydration into the skin to balance out any oil, and it will also give you the moisture level of the skin after cleansing. So it says, after washing your face, take an appropriate amount and apply the toner evenly over your face. And then this was an absolute treat. This is also a Korean brand, which I didn't know. So always love that they share. And again, it says animal test free as well as vegan on the side of the bottle here. And this is the information that is on the back. So this one here, what I did was I took it, that has a little seal that's on here that I removed. I put it back in so I could show you how it came. And then when you remove this, it has a little area here that you can take very, very little out. I have a dirty cloth so here, so I'm just going to use that to show you that there was a little bit of a color to it like this. So don't be concerned. There's no scent to this at all, but it has, I'm not going to say no scent at all. It has a scent that is more, again, that medicinal, like the type that if you went for a facial, this is the type of toners that they would do to make sure before they did any extractions that they would take off your face. I was so impressed with this. It didn't leave my skin pulled or tight. And I love, love, love Korean skincare. It's always really, really fantastic, as well as really price appropriate for what we get in these. So this is another brand that now I will keep my eyes open for, and it is called this, and I'm pronouncing it as Toe Vegan, and it says right underneath it, Don de Do. And that's what it says here. So very, very excited about this and happy that I can have the opportunity to share it with you. This was the hardest thing for me not to put in my box. And then when I went back, it was already gone. So this is really, really exciting. This is a brand that I share with you all the time. One of my favorite products from them, and there's so many, but it is their cleanser. It's a frothing cleanser, and a lot of times we get the opportunity to get it in the sample size in the Ipsy add-ons. And if you see it, you should grab it. This brand is absolutely fantastic, and this is the brand is called Origins. This is their ginseng line, and it's Into the Glow Brightening Serum. This is such a fantastic, fantastic product. It also has a locking mechanism, so you just have to turn it to get it to unlock. And then when you put it on, it has a slight scent of orange. If you're used to Ole Henriksen, his is a stronger orange scent. This does have an orange scent to it, but it's really, really slight. It almost has a mixture like of an orange with a lemon. That's how it was to me. When I put this on, after I cleansed with the Benefits and I did the toner from this brand here, I put this serum on. My skin drank this in right away, and it left that beautiful, beautiful brightening that you're seeing on my skin. And then and this sunk in like within 30 seconds. And then I went in with the moisturizer before I started the primer and makeup and all of that. I really didn't even want to put makeup on. That's how beautiful my skin felt. The bottle is beyond stunning. It's a glass bottle with a pump. It has that gorgeous ombre effect, but as you saw when it comes out, it has that slight orange tinge to it, almost like the color that is on the top here. Really, really beautiful. And like I said, the scent is just refreshing, and the way it made my skin feel so smooth and not sticky at all afterwards. I didn't need to put a moisturizer on after, but because I had one to try, I did. But otherwise, I would have been just as fine leaving this as the only step. Really, really fantastic. The next one was one that a couple of you wrote to me, and I didn't get this in my choices, but I told you when we went through the spoilers, when there's an opportunity to get a product that has a shade, that's why I like doing the spoilers, because I purchase like you guys do. So I was doing all this information for myself. I just decided to film it, and you guys are enjoying those videos as well. So this one here is from this brand called LYS, which stands for Love Yourself. And this one here is their No Limits. It says it's a cream bronzing stick. And the only reason this didn't end up in my cart, because it was there and I ended up taking it out, was when I went on their website, there were two shades that were the light and the medium that I was thinking about. I think the light one, the shade could have been moderate. And then the next one up was called Harmony. And when I looked on the website, the color of the lighter one seemed to have too much, to me, of a yellow undertone. And then this one I thought was going to be a little bit too dark. Now, if you're not familiar with LYS, they're a newer brand, and really Ipsy and Boxycharm have embraced them and really have gone through. I also think it's a Black-owned brand as well. And this one here, everything that they do is in this triangle packaging. I love their bronzers. I actually have their other bronzer on top of this one here. I really didn't need to, but I had other things that we were going to be going out and running around. So I wanted to do a full face, and that's why I have other products to share with you afterwards. So this one here comes in that triangle. All of their products have this type of packaging. But with that said, when you're doing contour or bronzers, this shape is perfection. So this is how dark it looked, and that's what scared me, but you really don't need to be. It is dark. I'm not going to say it's not. Let me see where I can put this. So yeah, this is already dry. So this is the shade that's here. But what I ended up doing was I took the brush that was from the Alley Oop line, which is what I use for my cream products. Let me see if I put it out here or if I didn't. No, I didn't. And what I ended up doing was I was able to blend it, and it blended really easily. And what I liked about it was it also, so you can blend it so it gets a little bit lighter. What I liked about it wasn't that when you're a combo girl like me, cream formulas are new to me because I always stayed away from them. But because we've been getting them in boxes, I started adventuring out of my comfort zone, and I've been enjoying it. Some of the cream products that I used did break me out. I'm not going to say they didn't, but what ended up happening was I was using it a little too much. When I used it the first time, I fell in love with how I looked, and I liked how everything just melded together. So for a week, I was only using cream. And I think after that, my skin was saying, time out. Remember, you're a combo girl and you are going to get some breakouts. So that's what started to happening. So I put my cream formulas a little bit aside. But this is one that it really goes on like a cream. But when you blend it out and you touch it, it is not sticky at all. It almost dries down to a powder formula. So it is really, really nice. But like I said, it is dark. So just do a little dab, which is what I did. And then it spreads, as you saw, really, really easy. Just a small little dollop, and then you're able to spread it over the whole cheek. I put here, and I put it here. And I tried to put a little bit to contour here. But like I said, I really wanted to make sure that you guys were able to see what the color was. And it is one that I'm happy that, because I put it back. I had it in my cart and I put it back, and now I'm so happy that I had the opportunity to get it, to be able to share it with you guys. And then another item that was in here was one that I got in one of my bags, and it is the Natasha Denona eyeshadows, and it is what I have on my eyes. So I'm going to swatch them for you now, and then I'm going to share with you how I put this on my eyes. All right, starting with, there are 3 shades in here that are those perfect shades to give you that perfect natural look. And then they have 2 shimmer shades on the outside. These alone are like $50. This product here is $50. And if I didn't share with you, this whole Boxycharm by Ipsy box is a $30 box, and it's free ship in the USA. And I always share with you that if you don't know where to start and you're overwhelmed with how much, always start with the $13 bag, which is really like a $15 bag because they charge $1.99 handling. But then you have access to everything, the add-ons, the flash sales, everything that Ipsy has to offer, you're able to because you become a member. And then you start getting this, and you still have one choice item here. If then it's something that you loved getting subscription boxes, then definitely move up to the next level, which is 5 full-size products for $30, which is insane because price-wise and brand-wise, what you are seeing in these boxes, I have not been able to find another company besides Boxycharm that was able to give us these type of deals as well as brands. So I've been introduced to brands that now are on my radar, and some of my favorite brands are ones that I didn't know about before the boxes, like Ace Beauté and so many others. So don't be hesitant to say, oh, I want my whole box to be these high-end brands. The fact that you can even get a Natasha Denona or a Pat McGrath or an Origins or Benefits or Fenty Beauty or LYS in our boxes is an absolute treat. But don't close your eyes to the brands that you don't know yet, because there's so many brands out there. And then you'll have the opportunity to try them, knowing that one product in the actual box more than pays for the whole box. And to me, there's not one dud in this box at all. So let me do some swatches so you guys can see. So what I did was I used this shade all over my lids. I used this shade in my, what I call my cheat, which is above where my crease is, because my eyes are so small that I put it above my crease so that it gives the illusion that my eyes are larger. And then I have the dark shade here, which I used on my outer corner, and I did a little bit of it as the liner. Let me just make sure everything is dry here. So these are the matte shades. And with Natasha Denona, they are very, very pigmented. That is what is still left on my fingers, and you saw I went in once. So literally be very careful with your brushes, but they blend beautifully and they don't blend away, and they meld beautifully together. So literally, I will share with you in a second what I ended up doing. So this also is gorgeous. I use this in the center of my eye. I tried to use this shade in the corner, but to me it was a little bit too deep for me, but I didn't even realize how gorgeous a green that is. So you'll be able to change the whole look just with the shade that is in the middle. If you want to do more of the khakis and things like that, you just pop that guy in there, and it almost is like a bit of a duochrome when I'm looking at it in the camera, because it's kind of changing a little bit of the color. I didn't even notice that when I was putting it on. Really, really unique. So, so beautiful. And when I did my huge 5,000 giveaway, thank you to everybody who was part of that celebration. Everybody, I think, has already received their products. I think only one of them actually has a channel, and she just sent me a DM yesterday, and she said that she's going to be unboxing, and her name is Wendy. I think it's Unboxing by Wendy. Jean, I think that's her name, but she's going to be she said she's going to unbox it on her channel, and she got, I think, the big home goods one, which had the large blanket and everything in there. But the few of the other girls had some Instagrams and some did not. So it's all, you know, at random how it gets chosen, how everyone gets chosen. But everyone has already received and they're blown away by what's in there. And the girl who won, and her name was Cindy, she ended up getting my A, which was all the palettes. And I had about, I think, 4 Natasha Denona palettes in there as well. So when this one comes in mine, then that will start the next series of giveaways that will go into, because I don't need 2 of these. And when I'm able to share with you guys, I love being able to do that as well. So what I ended up doing on my eyes with this is I did the all over shade here. And I will share with you in a second everything that I have on my face besides what we just went through here. So this is what I did here. I did this above the crease line here, and then I used a pencil brush and I put the dark on the outside. And then I put this in the center. I did it first without a spritz, and then I put a spritz on because I wanted it to last all day, and that's what I did there. I did try for the first time the the Pat McGrath palette that I ended up picking up last month in the add-ons. And this is the first time that I used it, and it is just as beautiful. All of us were excited to even have the opportunity to get this. I know that a couple of girls have picked this up in TJ Maxx. It was a lot more from what I saw that was around, I think, $29 at TJ Maxx, and we got it for $18 here. But I ended up mixing these 2 shades here as my blush. And this is what I used in the corner of my eye. It is beyond stunning. It is a gorgeous. So if this shows up again, or it shows up in the fantastic sale that's going to be starting, I think, on Monday, April the 10th, which is going to be the first time that Ipsy will have what we know as the Boxycharm Mega Drop Shop, then you'll be able, hopefully, to be able to get that there. But it was an absolute treat. So that was everything that I have to show you in reference to what they sent over in PR for the GlamBag and the GlamBag Plus. But as promised, I wanted to share with you everything that I have on my face. Besides, everything here is on my face as well. But all these other items were ones that I picked up either in Boxycharm or in in the add-ons as well, which I will share with you. It's not going to be in any order. I just brought out and started just putting it into a tray so I'd be able to show you. I have shared with you so many times, you can see this is almost empty, and I do have a backup of this one. This is also by Shades by Shand. It is their setting spray. It is beautiful. It dries down really quickly. I feel it really helps my makeup stay longer, and it is very refreshing as well. Then I picked up in add-ons, I think this was a couple of months ago, it was the Natasha Denona when they had their foundation there. That's what I have on my face now. It is full coverage. I feel I had to do, it was fine with one. I felt I had to do a couple of areas where I felt I wanted it to be like a little bit more coverage, and that's what I did with this. However, this did come where the pump isn't working. I did write to them that I would love them to replace it. They said they weren't able to, so I think they refunded me whatever I ended up paying for this. And the color that I was able to get for myself was 20Y, and I think we did fine with that shade. The next one was in an American influencer box, and it was their most recent one. And this is from this brand called Rachel Couture. This is a translucent powder. It had a bit of a color to it. That's why I ended up picking this one, because I felt it maybe will give a little bit more color to that one, because that one said Y and I was concerned it would be yellow. So this was the one that I pulled out for myself. I just took a large fluffy brush really just to set everything down, and I feel it did a fine job. The next thing that I did was I wanted to add a little bit on just the outside of my corner here to give it just a little bit more lift, and I ended up picking up that fantastic The Edit bag, which is around, it's still in the shopper. I think we ended up paying around $50 for it if I'm not mistaken, but it is absolutely fantastic. So if you haven't seen that video, definitely I will try to leave it linked down below, because it is still available in the shopper, and to me, every product in there was a home run. But this one really, really impressed me, because like I shared with you, a lot of us get a lot of black eyeliners, and this one blew me away. It goes on so smooth and so easy that I knew that if I just wanted it in one little area, I would be able to be that precise with this one. It is also a really heavy component. I'm impressed with this. And the fact that Ipsy gets us brands like Natasha Denona still blows my mind. Then another item that I ended up picking for myself was from Fenty Beauty. This was also in previous add-ons, and this one came late last month, and the shade that I got was in Seashell. And this is an eye brightener, so it's not a concealer. So this is something that you use before you put on your concealer. And I love using, like from Beck, I share with you all the time, but this one is so unique. Do you see the little component here on the top? It goes into like a bubble, and that helps the component not only not drip along the side, but it also just allows you to take out a little bit. And this, you need so little. That little bit will do more than both eyes. That's how amazing it is. So when I took this and put it on under my eyes before I even started, do you see how brightening that is? So I put that on before my makeup. I put that on, then I put a little bit around my nose, a little bit on my chin, and then I had so much left over, I put it in between everywhere that I would want to highlight. That's what I ended up using it for, because I could not believe that little dollop gave me so much. So that was an absolute find, and this is definitely going to be something that will constantly be in my stash. And my shade that I chose was Seashell, and it is called the Bright Fix Eye Brightener, and it is an illuminator as well, and it is from the Fenty brand. Like I said, this Fenty brand has been blowing me away. The next item that I got, this was in the last Boxycharm where I used all my points up, because I didn't know what was going to get transferred over, because they told us, and I shared that with you guys, that they couldn't transfer over all the points if they were older than 1 year. Where on Ipsy, your points expire. So you always got to make sure that you do your reviews, you get your points, but there is always on the top part where the amount of points that you have, it has an expiration date. So if you don't use it, you lose it. So I didn't know where on Boxycharm you can keep building up your charms, and you never lost them. So they said they were only going to transfer over ones that were only a year old or less. And I didn't know how old mine were, so I used all my charms, and I shared that with that video with you guys as well. And if you want to see any of my videos, if you ended up missing out on anything, it's really simple to find them. You go to where my picture is, where it says True Wants right underneath the video. You click on my picture, and it brings you to a whole other bunch of tabs in the YouTube channel. Choose the one that says videos, and then you can either hit play all, or at the end of the line, you'll see where it says search. and you can search Boxycharm Drop Shop or Ipsy PR. I try to put the title to be so that you guys will be able to search for the items. So this was one that I got there, and this is one that definitely I will look for again. It is from Thrive Cosmetics. It is called the Eye Lift 360. It is a waterproof primer. And this one here is so fantastic. First of all, the applicator is gorgeous. It goes on also with a beautiful, beautiful brightening effect to it. And it really wasn't tacky, because sometimes you want tacky, but I prefer where it's a creamy formula that then dries down, and then I'm able to put a shadow all over it to set it. That's how I like to use my eye primers. But the fact that this is waterproof, and I'm sure these would have lasted even without a primer, but I knew I needed this makeup to last a long time today. I wanted to make sure to use that. So that is the next one that I used. The next product that I got, I ordered 2 concealers in my last order with Ipsy on the add-ons, and it was the first time that I was missing some items that were not in, that I purchased. They ended up reimbursing me, and I also didn't get that free gift cute headband, so they gave me points for that. I shared that with you guys as well. I wanted to try the One Size concealer, and I haven't seen it since last month, but I was able to pick it up. It just didn't show up in my bag. Then I chose this concealer as well, and it was the Good Apple. And this one also, this was in light, and I think it's light 11. And this one here is phenomenal. Also went on beautifully. I'm happy with everything that I have purchased, but this brush applicator is so fantastic. It is truly like a brush. I have never had a concealer where the actual doe foot applicator felt like a brush, and this went on beautifully. Also, I chose a brightening color. That's what I like to put under my eyes, and it was beautiful. It spread beautifully. Again, a little goes a long way. Always better to start with 1 dot and then spread it, and then if you need more, then put more. But don't do like we were all taught years ago with that big V or those dots all along. You'll be blending until you can try to remove as much as you can. So it's always better to start with less, and then you will find that it is a little bit better. Also got this in the Boxycharm Drop Shop, not Drop Shop, in the Charms. And this is a product that I've used before, and I've shared it with you on my channel. It's from KVD. This is their lash primer. This primer is a little bit more unique because it actually is black. And so this I could have used as my mascara alone, but because I was gonna try this new mascara, I ended up putting that over this, and it was a fantastic combination as well. Then from also the American Influencer box, I got the Alamar box, but I got introduced to Alamar through Boxycharm, and every product that I have tried of hers has been absolutely fantastic. And ironically, she was one of their early employees who helped with their social media and things like that. And then when she created her own line, he very generously allowed it to be in his boxes, and it is absolutely fantastic. But this brush, I think, is one that you guys, if you like wearing highlighter, this is an absolute gorgeous one. I used the highlighter that was in the Pat McGrath, and then I used this brush to put on the highlighter here, a little bit on the tip of my nose, a little bit above my brows. It is really, really beautiful, and really, really a beautiful, beautiful brush. So really happy with that as well. I did share with you from LYS that I used the light bronzer over it just to make sure to, you know, that it wouldn't move or anything, but I don't think I had to, but this is what this looks like here. And this is in the shade Light, which is absolutely, absolutely perfect. I have this in so many shades. I have the light, I have the medium, I have the tan. I'm impressed with this brand LYS and their formulations. Then to end everything off are my lips. This you guys saw me pick up in my add-ons last month. It is from Pear Nova. It is in the shade that's called Light Year. I ended up getting a really dark shade in the PR package that was a perfect match for the Ofra product that they had in my PR package last month. And when I tried that on, I was really, really impressed. And then when I saw these, not in my bag, but available on add-ons for $3.50, these are $18 eyeliners. And that's what I mean by the sales that we get in that $3.50 section is unbelievable. So this one here was that mid-tone, which is that perfect nude, which is what I ended up putting on, which is that over there. And then I ended up using another product that I got in the, I think it was the $3.50 section, or I'm pretty sure. And this was in the add-ons last month that I didn't get to try, but I shared it with you that it came with 2 lipsticks, and these are stunning. So if these are not their full size, we did great in the prices. But like I said, these small brands have the opportunity through brands like Ipsy to get their products in there and out to us. And it's like so many of us found out about Dew of the Gods was through Boxycharm and Ipsy. And then now Ipsy had their first awards, and Dew of the Gods ended up being one of their winners. And if you haven't seen that video, I will leave that link down below as well, because the information that I was able to obtain and share with you guys, the amount of quantities that these brands had to put into the boxes will blow your mind. It will also change maybe your concept of how large Ipsy is and how large the reach is, and how these brands now, through the marketing of putting products into the boxes, enables them to have such a reach that Dew of the Gods on its own reached so many people that his brand within just the last couple of years has gone from a brand that no one really knew about to one that is now one of the newest brands that are hitting the market running. And he is doing so well. And the products that he's coming out with, he also very generously reached out early on to this channel, and he sent me over a package of a new brand that he's going to be doing called, I think it's Toy Factory, which is going to be color products besides his Dew of his Gods products. If you haven't tried his products, his packaging is beyond stunning, but what is inside will blow your mind. And the fact that we had the opportunity to learn about it early on is unbelievable. And this is from Complex Culture, was the actual gloss that I ended up using over this, because I haven't had the opportunity to try it again. A fantastic applicator. And Complex Culture, a lot of us got introduced to through Ipsy, because Ipsy also has a manufacturing facility that is called Made by Collective. And what they ended up doing was they started with this brand that is called Complex Culture, and they put some brushes in some of our boxes. And I told you from early on, the brushes that I am near and dear to are the ones by IT Cosmetics that have the black handle. But I got them when I bought kits off of companies like QVC, those shopping channels, because they would add the brush in there. Those brushes that they added on in those deals then were like $40, $50 brushes. And they are still the brushes that I use to this day. Because if you invest in good brushes, they will last you. You just have to make sure to wash them and take care of them. But Complex Culture, when I tried their brushes, I was blown away on how phenomenal their brushes were. It was the first time that it opened my eyes to another brand of brushes. Then when they started coming out with a lot of their products, they looked so high end, from their packaging to how they actually were on my skin, from their blushes to their contours. Every product that I've tried from Complex Culture is absolutely fantastic. So Ipsy is a brand that not only works with creators, they also work with the indie brands. They give them an opportunity to put their products in. I'm not an affiliate and I'm not like a spokesperson. I'm somebody that already had more than I needed. That's why this channel is called True Wants. I don't need anything, but to have access to these type of products and these brands at prices that for me, I can afford a lot easier to play and enjoy the luxury of makeup and skincare. And by testing and playing with all these products, I truly believe that my skin is so much better than before I started getting all these boxes. So hopefully you guys are enjoying it as much as I am. I really hope that you guys take the opportunity to at least treat yourself to maybe $15 a month, so you'll get a taste to see if you even like getting subscriptions every single month. Remember, with even the starter, you get to choose one, and then there's always in the add-ons. So if you can only afford that extra $3.50 and you'll end up getting a full-size lipstick, that's better than drugstore pricing, but you're getting luxury brands. So you're not only getting a good deal, you're getting a good product at a good deal. And that's what makes it even better. So share with me in the comments down below if you are as excited as I am with everything that we got here. And I'm so excited now to even more so to try a lot of the products that I got to choose for myself in my boxes as well. I know this is a long video, but I haven't had the chance to sit down and talk to you guys. And I always like to be able to take this time to share with you as much information as I can when it comes to the products, because when these sales happen, I want you to have the in-person spoilers where I get the opportunity to swatch, test, try, and tell you about it. Then that's when I sit down to do these videos to share them with you. All right? Take care, everybody. Continue to stay well. And if you made it all the way to the end, make sure to share that TW and write the word Saturdays on there, and I'll know that you watched it all the way to the end. All right, take care everybody, continue to stay well, and I'll see you all soon again in my next video. Bye for now.